Gutters don't get much attention until they're causing you problems. Either you know you need to clean them, they're clogged, or they're falling off your house. But gutters are a key part of your home's water management system, and when they fail, the damage shows up well below the roof line. So let's get into why gutters are important.
To understand the structural argument for gutters, you have to follow the water. A residential roof sheds thousands of gallons per inch of rainfall. Without gutters routing it away, that volume is deposited at the base of your foundation walls on a recurring basis. Soil against the foundation can absorb water up to a point, but under repeated saturation, it begins to exert hydrostatic pressure against the wall.
Whoa, that sounds pretty technical.
Well, it's not too technical, but it is a mechanism behind foundation cracking. Not one big event, but ongoing water pressuring, loading and unloading against the foundation walls. And on top of that, clay-heavy soils, which are common throughout the Carolinas, and that clay expands when wet and contracts when dry. The cycle of movement is what drives differential settlement, where one section of your foundation shifts more than another. You can see it show up as doors that stick, floors that slope, and drywall cracks that come back every time you patch them.
Crawl spaces are the other part of this. Concrete block and soil are not vapor barriers. If you have a crawl space with bad water management, moisture levels elevate in a crawl space, and you get conditions for mold growth on the floor joists and subfloor, which can advance to wood rot.
And wood rot is bad news.
Really bad news.
That's why a properly designed gutter system is so important. You need it to channel the water away from your eaves of your roof and ensure it's correctly sized for the roof area that it's draining.
And those gutters need to be sloped towards a similarly sized downspouts and then channeling that water away from the foundation. It's not rocket science, but every part of your system needs to be working together and properly sized.
And when in doubt, go big.
That's right. A 6-inch seamless gutter system actually can hold and move about 67% more water per linear foot than a 5-inch seamless gutter. So 1 inch may not sound like much difference, but it's a huge difference in the water volume it can handle.
That's why we almost always recommend 6-inch gutters over 5-inch. Protect your home and be assured it can handle heavy rains.
Can they handle hurricanes?
Well, Mother Nature can always throw more at you, so no. One system can't stop all the water if the storm is severe enough. But it's typically not just one heavy storm that is going to cause the majority of the water issues we see.
Right, it's trying to manage for the typical local weather patterns. Roof systems are designed to shed water, and a properly sized and designed gutter system moves it away from the house.
So you don't want to wait too long if you have gutters that are sagging, pulling away from the fascia, or are clogged. Make sure you're maintaining them regularly with ideally twice-a-year cleanings. Install gutter guards to reduce the significance of material buildup in your gutters, and keep an eye on areas of your foundation or crawl space where water may be pooling. And if they get too beat up or are undersized, then consider replacing them.
And really, the best time to replace them is when you're replacing your roof. That way you can ensure you have a complete, well-integrated system, which will also help you update and increase the curb appeal of your home.
I think we've covered it.
I think you're right. Thanks again for joining us for another episode of This Old Roof.